Welcome to my podcast. Today I'm going to talk about another situation I just read, and it's a bit shocking that lung cancer are increasing in never smoked women. So this is a really shocking study. And the WHO study found, published in Lancet Respiratory Medicine, that lung adenocarcinoma account for 60% in women compared to men, 45. And the suggested factors, as we all know, is environmental and air pollution, especially among those who are more prone to genetic predisposition and immune responses, which could be the driving cause for developing cancer. The genetic mutation basically cause cell growth and division by producing a protein on the cell surface. And also the study found that estrogen receptor has been found in the lung and can influence tumor growth in women. Also, women who are receiving human hormonal replacement therapy, being found that more protected than the counterpart who are not, as the natural estrogen cycle can provide some level of protection. So it's just stated that it could be. And it has been found that, as we all know, that autoimmune disease is more common in women. So anything that causes long time and chronic inflammation, it could play a role in cancer development as well, because the chronic inflammation causes repeated damage to the tissue and thus changes in the DNA level and structure, which will lead to abnormal growth, and of course this will lead to increase in the cancer risk. And the main culprit is, as we know, certain inflammatory molecule like tumor necrosis factor alpha and interleukin 6, which will promote tissue of the tumor to survive and spread. And as we all know, that autoimmune disease has increased recently and globally due to certain environmental influences. And also, as we know, that the diet has been changed, it's not like before. And this will cause a shift in the gut microbiome. And as we all know, the life expectancy has been increased nowadays. And women are more vulnerable to those kind of harmful effects of the pollutant. And as we know that women lung are far smaller than men with narrower airway, which will of course increase the cause the fine particle which being inhaled to be trapped inside. Also has been found that and shown that estrogen amplify the inflammatory responses, which exposed to the pollutant, which potentially damage, cause far more damage. And also, as we know, men, we know that they work in certain factory and more exposed and stuff like that. However, in relation to women who are working in a textile factory or beauty salon or in certain hospitals, and also sometimes in their home with the use of the chemicals. So they are more exposed to harmful chemicals that will cause, of course, chronic damage to the lung, and this will increase the risk of lung cancer as well. And we have to not ignore that women biologically are more than men to develop certain genetic mutation, which will increase as well the lung cancer risk. And a recent research as well suggested that human papillomavirus, which is, it's a virus, and we always knew that this has only to do with cervical cancer, but nowadays it's been found in the lung, and they thought it's another contribution to the lung cancer in female. So if you see this is really shocking, because we women who are non-smoker and we never tried smoking, We seem like to be more nowadays, through those kind of researchers and study, more prone and more exposed because of our biology, because of our estrogen, because of our vulnerability to autoimmune disease, God forbid, because of course, the environment around us with the pollution and all sorts of things, and also in the shift of the diet nowadays. Most of the food are processed. It's not natural as before, and this will cause shifts in our microbial and the flora, and of course, the genetic mutation. So all of that kind of factors influence the way how we react to the external factor, and this will affect the lung, which is comparatively and size-wise smaller than the male, and with the airway, which is a bit smaller, so anything can be inhaled, and we wouldn't know what's that we are inhaling in the environment when we are out and about, which could trap, and of course, just with the long time and the long run, it will cause repeated damage, and of course, this will cause certain risks to develop, God forbid, lung cancer, and the commonest is adenocarcinoma. So by that, I hope that I hint and shed some light about lung cancer in a woman who never smoked. Thank you. You could comment as well by your experience, or if exposed, or if you know someone with that kind of things, you could share and comment below, and I will get back to you. Thank you.